Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled you're joining us today, because we're tackling a super critical topic that honestly affects millions of people, navigating healthcare coverage. Today, we're zeroing in on the essential steps for reporting job changes to Ohio Medicaid. Look, if you've recently landed a new position, maybe got a promotion, or even just picked up a side gig, updating your healthcare benefits probably isn't the very first thing on your mind, right? But it is absolutely vital. I mean, think about it. Did you know that not reporting income changes to Medicaid in Ohio could lead to overpayments or a loss of benefits? Stay with us to ensure you're on the right track. This is a seriously high-stakes situation. When life gets busy and things change, it's so easy to let the administrative stuff slip through the cracks. But skipping this step, it can lead to sudden, totally unexpected disenrollment. Or worse, you could be held financially responsible for medical bills that Medicaid already paid. We want to avoid that stress entirely, so we're going to map out the exact solution for you right now.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. We'll cover Medicaid reporting requirements, how the reporting process actually works, where and how to report, timelines and follow-up, FAQs and common mistakes, and finally, the real benefits of compliance. Starting off with Section 1, Medicaid Reporting Requirements Explained. Basically, the big why behind mandatory reporting.
So, to really understand the why, you got to know that Ohio Medicaid operates on a continuous information loop, which is overseen by the Ohio Department of Medicaid. If the info they have on file doesn't match your current everyday reality, their automated systems can literally flag your case for closure. Yikes, right? So what actually triggers the need to report? Well, it's not just getting a brand new job. A gain or loss of employment is the big one for sure, but you also have to report any change in your hourly wage or salary, or even just a shift between full-time and part-time status. Oh, and you also need to report if someone moves in or out of your house, or if your address changes. Why does this all matter? Well, under Affordable Care Act rules, your eligibility is largely driven by your MAGI. That's your modified adjusted gross income. When your earnings change, your MAGI changes, and the state has a legal obligation to make sure you still qualify for your coverage.
Moving on to Section 2, how the reporting process works. Let's talk about gathering your documentation.
Okay, before you even pick up the phone or log onto your computer, I want you to think of yourself as a proactive protagonist, right? You're getting ready to navigate the bureaucracy. And to do that efficiently, you're going to need to gather your magic tools, your documentation, before you even start. Here's your exact checklist. First, you'll absolutely need your Social Security number or your specific Medicaid case number to verify your identity. If you're reporting a new job, you need solid proof of that income. So we're talking recent pay stubs, or if you haven't even been paid yet, an official offer letter from your new employer that states your start date, your wage or salary, and whether you're full or part-time. Also, the agency might ask for proof of housing costs or basic citizenship verification if you happen to be going through a broader renewal at the same time. So having those handy is just a super smart move. That way, you don't get stuck halfway through.
Now, what's really interesting about this next piece is the whole concept of third-party liability, or TPL. Basically, if your new job offers you commercial health insurance, like an employer-sponsored plan, you're required to report that immediately. You see, Medicaid is legally defined as the payer of last resort. This means if you have access to other health insurance, that commercial plan has to pay your medical bills first. Medicaid only steps in afterward to cover whatever eligible costs are left over. Honestly, failing to report this new insurance can cause massive billing headaches for you down the road.
All right, Section 3, where and how to report. Let's navigate your submission options. So the state of Ohio has actually intentionally set up multiple administrative pathways for you here. You've got 3 distinct reporting channels, which is great because you can just choose whatever works best for your schedule and your tech comfort level. First up is online. This is through the Ohio Benefits self-service portal at ssp.benefits.ohio.gov. Honestly, this is generally the absolute fastest method because you can literally just upload your electronic pay stubs right there. Second is by phone. You can call the automated system at 844-640-6446 to get routed to an eligibility technician, or you can use the consumer hotline at 800-324-8680 just for general updates. And finally, there's in person. Now, while policies are set statewide, your local county Department of Job and Family Services, or CDJFS, is who actually processes your case. So you can walk right into your local office to drop off physical forms in their drop boxes, or even just use their lobby kiosks.
Now, if you choose the online portal, which, by the way, is highly recommended, here are the exact steps. First, log in securely using your OIH ID. That's the state's secure digital login standard. Once you're inside, click on the Access My Benefits tile and then select Report a Change to My Case from the drop-down menu. You'll want to check the specific box that says Change in Income. And here is a super vital tip for you. You absolutely must click Save and Continue on these screens, or the system will just discard all your data. Finally, always verify your updates on the Summary of Changes page before you hit that final Submit button.
Let's move to Section 4 and see how this builds. Reporting timelines and follow-up. It's all about beating the bureaucratic clock.
As we all know, bureaucracy runs on very strict schedules, and Medicaid is absolutely no exception. 10. That is the magic and highly critical number here. By law, you are required to inform the agency of your income change within exactly 10 calendar days of it occurring. Notice I didn't say business days, 10 calendar days. The clock starts ticking the very moment your circumstances change, so urgency really is your best friend here.
And here is exactly how that timeline plays out in the real world. Like we said, you have that 10-day maximum window to report the new job. Once you actually hit submit, you should expect to hear back from your county agency within about 1 to 2 weeks. The county then has a maximum of 30 days to fully process your application or your change report. So here's a great actionable tip for you. Always keep copies of every single document you submit. And if 2 whole weeks pass and you haven't heard a single word from your local CDJFS, set a quick reminder on your phone to give them a call and check your status. Stay proactive.
On to Section 5, FAQs and common mistakes. Let's avoid those pesky pitfalls.
Because the Medicaid system is, let's face it, incredibly complex, there are quite a few nuances that often trip people up, and I want to make sure you steer right around them. So the crucial point here is a major operational restriction regarding how you report. Let's say you recently got married, changed your legal name, and also got a new job. Guess what? You cannot update your legal name over the phone hotline. The phone reps are simply not allowed to process legal name changes because they can't verify your physical documents. You have to do that either online through the portal, where you can upload a photo of your new ID, or directly in person at the county office.
Okay, here's another massive point of confusion that we definitely need to clear up right now. Magi Medicaid has absolutely no asset limit. No way, right? But it's true. If you're an adult under 65 who isn't disabled, you're most likely on a modified adjusted gross income plan. And for this specific type of Medicaid, the state only looks at your earnings, your income. They do not care about your assets or resources. So your bank account balance, your car, or even an inheritance, those do not need to be reported to Magi Medicaid. They literally only want to know about your taxable income.
Looking slightly ahead, you really need to be aware of some major changes coming down the pike in 2027 for the Group 8 expansion population. The state is actually transitioning from annual renewals to 6-month, so twice yearly, redeterminations. There's also an expected implementation of a work and community engagement requirement. That means you'll probably need to prove you're working, volunteering, or studying for at least 80 hours a month just to keep your coverage. Because of these upcoming shifts, it is more important than ever that your mailing address is perfectly current, so you actually receive those official notices from the Ohio Department of Medicaid.
Finally, Section 6, the benefits of compliance, securing your peace of mind.
Now look, navigating paperwork is absolutely nobody's favorite hobby, but going through these steps brings some incredibly positive, tangible outcomes for your life. And this brilliantly illustrates why doing the work up front pays off big time. By reporting your new job within those 10 days, you guarantee uninterrupted access to your doctors and your prescriptions. You prevent your case from being closed just because a piece of mail bounced back. And maybe best of all, you completely avoid the absolute nightmare of surprise bills with the state trying to collect overpayments from you. Furthermore, if your new job pays so well that your income actually exceeds 138% of the federal poverty level, you will lose Medicaid. But reporting it correctly allows for a totally seamless transition to healthcare.gov, where you can qualify for tax subsidies to help afford a commercial health plan. As we wrap up, I really want to leave you with this core thought. Remember, clear communication and timely updates ensure your Medicaid benefits accurately reflect your current situation. It really is that simple. Keeping the agency in the loop protects you, your health, and your finances.
Before we go, please note, this explainer provides general information as of August 19, 2026, and is not legal advice. Always consult the official Medicaid resources and consider speaking with a benefits advisor for personalized guidance. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll leave you with one final question to think about. When was the last time you checked your OHID login to make sure it's active? Go check it today and stay empowered with your health coverage.